everybody. Brooke, is it windy outside? It's been windier than windy in my neck of the woods.
It's a little bit windy, but not terribly.
Goodness, I've been like blowing all over the state.
Okay, we're good. I pushed record.
Okay, cool. So welcome to your very first coach mentorship training call. We are so pumped to have y'all and to be working with you super closely this month in July. So for your coach mentorship purposes, you're already seeing that you've been plugged into your mentorship pod for July. You have both Raquel and myself literally at your beck and call. We throw a ton of energy into our mentorship pods because the beginning of your business requires the biggest amount of effort. And we know that, and we want to be there to help you get your business off the ground. Because I will tell you from experience, both with our businesses and with those that are on our team, the faster and harder that you work in the beginning of your business, the easier it gets long term. So this month is so crucial, and we want you to have fun with this business, but we also want you to feel super supported. Every Wednesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time, we will have this call. It'll be a different piece of content every single week for 4 weeks. You can roll back through here because we'll be doing this same thing every single month. And you'll also have a recording of the call. So if you need to go back through and be like, whoa, that was overwhelming, or oh, I didn't have time, or I couldn't pop on live, you will have access to this recording as well forever and ever. Amen. So you can always refer back to. Today is just about setting goals, intentions, and getting yourself set up correctly. And then the following weeks will be a little bit more specific action-based training. So when you come to the meetings, be ready to actually work. We're going to share our screen. Yeah, you've got it.
Can you see it?
Yes. So on the agenda for what we're going to chat about, and this call takes about 25-30 minutes, and we will leave room for questions at the end. If you want to go to the next slide, I'll go over the agenda. You can also pop any of your questions as they come up. You can pop them into the chat box, and we will answer them as we go through the call. So first and foremost, welcome to Team VIP. We're beyond excited for you, your business, and working with you every freaking day. We're going to talk about mindset, the number one most important aspect of your business, because you're going to have objections face you. You're going to have haters come at you. You're going to have people that don't support you. But you're also going to have a lot of people who are dramatically impacted by the work you're doing. And we're going to talk about how to keep them in your forefront. We're going to talk about the vital behaviors. What does it mean to actually take action in your business? What are the fundamental behaviors of a solid foundation in your business, and how to get those rolling immediately in this month of July? And then we're going to give you your first goals for the week and the first goals for the month, and we'll answer any questions at the end. All right, let's get rolling.
All right. So first things first, like we talked about, mindset is huge in this business. And when you first start, a couple things that go through your head is like, ooh, can I do this? And we want you to reframe that. Absolutely. I truly believe that everyone is put in our path for a reason. And if you are here on this call, it is for a purpose. And I don't want you to ask yourself, can I do this? I want you to reframe it and say, am I willing to do what it takes? Because at the end of the day, this business is simple. You absolutely can do it, but it's if you're willing to learn and grow and fail and try again. I really believe the only way you fail is when you quit. So if you're willing to stumble and learn and get better as you go, you're in the right place. So first things I want to talk about is why. If you really want to make this happen, you have to have a strong why for why are you doing this? Why are you showing up on Wednesday at noon or watching recording in the evening after work? Why are you here? And it's going to be different for everyone, and our why will change. When I first started, my why was to help supplement our income for daycare and diapers. I had 3 kids in daycare, 2 in diapers, and I said, man, if I could just make $500 a month, that will give us some financial breathing room. That was my initial why, and why I chose to do this business, right? So what is it for you? Is it, I know Jessica, one of her whys was to take her family to Disney World. Like that was a big thing that she wants to do for her family. Maybe you have bigger dreams of like maybe one day having the ability to make a full-time income and make this what you do. You don't have to go that big. Sometimes it starts small. I told you, if I could make $500 a month, that was my initial goal, life would have been better. And now I have bigger goals for what I want for my family and the purpose behind this. And, Beachbody isn't the end all be all, but it is my vessel that's going to let me get to my bigger vision for my life. And that's what I want to talk about too. What's the vision? So I have my why. What's the vision? In a perfect world, if money, resources, and time were no issue, what would you do with your life? And I know sometimes that can feel like, okay, Raquel, that's a little dramatic. Why are you making me think that big? But I want you to think bigger because I want you to know it's possible. Whatever vision you have for your life, if you can vision and really sit down and think about what you want, you can absolutely achieve it with this business. One of my visions when I started was, $500 a month. And I remember thinking, what a weight that would be lifted. I could pay more money to our student loan debt. And I would visualize being able to send that last student loan payment or pay off our credit cards, or just be able to go on a weekly date night with my husband. Because when you have 3 small kids, just being able to get out of the house with them was huge for me. So I would envision what that would feel like, what would that look like, and how great I would be proud of myself when I was able to make that happen. So if you haven't yet, in the unit page of Team VIP, your first where we want you to start is thinking about what is your why and what is your vision. I encourage you to write it down and put it somewhere where you will see every single day, because there's going to be times when you're tired where it would be more convenient to lay on the couch and watch Netflix and not plug into your business. I get it, I know it, I feel it, but that's when you have to come back to, what is my purpose? Why am I building this? What's the big vision for what I want to achieve? And have that pull you, because that vision is what's going to help pull you and motivate you. The next thing I'm going to talk about is affirmations. I love affirmations. I truly believe words have so much power. So once you have your why, once you have your vision, write down those affirmations of who you are and what you're working towards. One of my first affirmations was, I am an elite top Beachbody coach. I have financial freedom and freedom of time. That was a huge affirmation for me. Now, at the time, I wasn't. I had just started. I was not a top Beachbody coach. I did not have time freedom. I did not have financial freedom. But guess what? Now, 5 years later, I have both of those things. And that feels amazing. But I said it out loud while I was driving in my car, commuting to work. Those were the things that I repeated until they stuck and became a core belief. If you're new to affirmations, it's going to feel weird. It's going to be like, I'm saying it, but I don't really feel it. And that's okay. That we all feel that way. So if you don't actually believe it yet, then tell yourself, instead of, I am an elite top Beachbody coach, I am in the progress of becoming an elite Beachbody coach. I am working every single day to become financially free. So write those affirmations in a way that actually feels good and that you can get behind. Next thing I want to tell you through is the acronym of fear, right? So what this business takes, it takes faith, a belief in yourself, and a belief in your ability to figure things out. Jessica just said, our job as your mentors is to be there with you and pump you up with belief and faith until you have it yourself. Like I said, if you are here for a reason, and I believe that in my heart and my soul. We want you to have the faith that you have what it takes to be here, and you're here for a purpose. Enthusiasm. I'm loving the excitement already in the message pod. This business is fun. It is life-changing. We get to help serve others and to see their lives transform, and to get those thank yous saying, hey, I just lost 20, 30, 50 pounds. I feel amazing. I feel so confident. That feels good. So be excited, feel this excitement, and come back to it. I truly believe in the beginning, it doesn't really matter what you're posting or what you're saying. It doesn't matter. We're going to make mistakes. But if you have enthusiasm, that will take you so far. One of my most favorite quotes is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who says, nothing great was achieved without enthusiasm. And I really believe that. Action. We're going to take you through the steps that you need to do every single day to build this business. It is simple. I truly believe I could probably teach my 9-year-old how to do this business, but you got to take daily consistent action. Don't worry, we'll tell you what to do. And then resourcefulness. The cool thing about being in 2020 is that everything you might possibly want to know is somewhere on the internet. So while we're here to help you, absolutely plug in. If you have questions, reach out to our message pod. We will do our best to reach out and get the answer to you as soon as possible. But don't forget to check YouTube and Google and the frequently asked questions, FAQs on the Beachbody website. It's all there for you, and we want to teach you how to be resourceful. We've also created in our Team VIP page a unit section. So hopefully anything you might ever possibly want to know, we've done our best to simplify and organize so that you can find it when you need it. But that truly is what it takes to be successful. And then one other thing I want to talk about mindset. You will hear us talk about it a lot, but one more thing before we get going is the escalator mindset. So here's what I want you to think. This business is like an escalator. So if you've ever tried going an escalator that's on its way down as you're trying to go up it, right? My kids like to do that when we go to the mall, and it like stresses me out. But an escalator's going down and I'm trying to walk up, right? So you have to that's what this business feels like in the beginning. It feels like I'm working. I'm trying to go up and this escalator is going down, and it takes effort, right? So you just got to know, if I keep going with enough momentum, eventually I'm going to get up that escalator that was going down. And guess what? The next escalator I get up is on the way up, right? So it takes a little bit of effort, solid, consistent effort to get going. But once you get going and you build a foundation, it's much easier. However, let's say you're going up an escalator, right? If you were to stop, it's like you're overwhelmed, life gets busy, you take a step, and I just stopped walking up that escalator, guess what happens? The escalator's on the way down, so it brings me back to the very bottom, and it's like I have to start back up again. So when you stop, that escalator keeps going. So make a decision now to move faster than that resistance. That would be our encouragement to you. Just know in the beginning, kind of like an airplane, when it's taken off, it uses like majority of its jet fuel to get up in the air. And then when it's in the air, it's a nice, consistent flow of momentum, but it takes a lot of effort to get started. So we just want you to know that in the beginning, because sometimes it can feel discouraging to be like, oh, am I able to do this? And again, we want you to reframe it. Not, can I do this, but am I willing to do what it takes? All right, Jess, your turn.
Okay, so now getting some more of the tangible things. You've got your mindset right. You know it's going to take work every day. You have those personal development resources that we sent you in your first coach training email. Hopefully you've got that book and you've started to kind of dive in a little bit to get the wheels turning. But now your most important thing is to commit to a program. Whether you're coming into this fresh, like Raquel and I did, we started coaching the same time we started our program. We wasted no time, we got right in. Maybe you're coming from the other side. Maybe you've done a challenge group with us before in the past, and then you were like, I love it, I love the way I feel, I want to help other women. Either way, doesn't matter. Now, as a coach, you're on a clean slate. We want you to commit to a program, and we want you to finish it from start to finish, whether it's 21-day fix, whether it's bar, lift 4, doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, your specific body goals, and your whatever you will enjoy, but you have to start on day 1 and you have to follow through all the way through, because people want to see your journey. They want to see that you can start something and you can finish it. If you kind of dabble in and out, A, it's harder for you to get personal results, and B, it's harder for people to understand what you're doing. And those people that are nervous in the beginning to start with you, they're like, oh, I'm not really sure what's going on. When they see you start and finish a program and talk about it every single day, they're going to know that this isn't a game for you. They're going to know that you're serious and this is something that you're taking seriously. That will build trust. So they will then trust you with their own personal journey, because they're saying, if this girl can do it and stick with it through all the things that are happening in life, so can I, and I know she can help me do it. Show up every day in your challenge group and in your stories on social media. We're going to talk a lot more about social media, so do not get overwhelmed or even worry about it this week at all. But just know we'll get to the social media aspect. Beyond your first initial post and dabbling in stories, don't let it stress you. We'll kind of go with that as we get there. Get results and share them weekly. So like we said, you're starting on a day 1. Every single week, you're going to feel a change, whether it's physical and you can see it in the mirror, whether it's internal, whether it's a non-scale victory of my pants that didn't fit last week, I can now button, or I now feel more comfortable in my swimsuit for 4th of July. Share it in all ways. People want to see more than just strict, I lost 10 pounds. That is not nearly as telling as this pair of shorts that I could not wear 3 weeks ago now feel good and I feel good in them. That is way more convincing, because it's an emotional tie and it's something you can relate to. 10 pounds is like, yes, that's freaking awesome. But what I want to know is, she feels more confident in her skin. She used to not feel confident, and that's where I am. I don't feel confident, and I want a piece of that. I want to feel better. I want to feel good in my clothes and not go through my closet and have to put on 15 outfits before I have one that I feel okay walking out the door in. So you want to share weekly how you're feeling emotionally, how you're doing physically, all of the things. And then you want to share what you're using. So talk about the things that you're doing, whether it's your superfood smoothie, your Glow Getter cocktail. You see me talking about my Glow Getter cocktail every morning, which is my Energize and my collagen. Talk about it, not in a salesy, icky way. Talk about why you're using it. This morning, I talked about the fact that I use it to help me get going in the morning. It's one of the things I do. I drink it first thing in the morning, and it triggers my brain to say, okay, girl, it's time to work out and get moving, because my motivation is it's never really there to work out. If it wasn't my job, I would be horrible at working out, but I've made it my job. Therefore, it's become a disciplined behavior, and my Glow Getter cocktail is something that kicks off that disciplined behavior. So I've talked about it and shared about it without it being like, I'm drinking Energize, you should buy it too. we're going to go further in detail on how to talk about that. Most important thing, show up in your challenge group, be an active participant, take care of yourself. You are the number one priority always. If you don't feel good, if you're not making improvements mentally, physically, and emotionally, you're not going to be able to best serve the people that are out there and need you right now.
All right, so next what we want you to do, a part of our job is, like Jessica said, take care of ourselves, and then we want to invite other people to join us. So if you're a brand new coach, you've hopefully gone through that new coach checklist, made a list of 20 people that you could reach out to invite. Often we want to start with the people closest to you. That's like our warm market who already know, love, and trust. Reach out to them. You can reach out to them via text, email, social media, send them a phone call, and just send them a very sample message. Here's an example that we sent you. What would you say to your best friend, right? So what I would have told Jessica, and what I did tell Jessica when I started, was like, hey, I'm super excited. I just started this new business. I'm really pumped about it. Would you want to do it with me? That's it. Super simple, just inviting people to see and get more information. We've created a PDF, our VIP Fit Crew PDF. If somebody's like, yeah, I'd like for more information, you can send it to them, and that PDF has everything they might want to know. It talks about our groups. It talks about our nutrition. It talks about Shakeology. It gives them different bundle package options that they can choose from and how to get started. So you don't have to like word vomit and tell them anything. Your job is just to share with excitement. I'm super excited to do this. Would you want to do it with me? We could have some accountability. We could get great results and feel good. What do you think? Super basic. Don't overthink this part. But people need us, right? I feel like we're in such a weird time with like the coronavirus and people are stuck at home. You know, the Corona 15 is a thing, which makes me sad. Like, we could also take this time to get really healthy, to really focus on our fitness and nutrition, because when we feel good from the inside out, it spills over into every aspect. So invite people, because what we have to offer can be life-changing for them. Also, we want to make sure that you follow up. I'll tell you right now that I send a message to people, send me a text, and I'll read it, and I'll like, oh, let me respond, and then I get distracted by my family or my kids, and I completely forget to respond back to that text. So if you send a message, and they're like, and you don't hear back, it can be easy to be like, oh, I guess they're not interested. Just send a follow-up message, like, hey, not sure if you got that message, just wanted to see if you got it or if you want me to resend. Super simple, super basic. Hey, what do you think? I really want to do this together. Let me know your thoughts. Again, these are some example messages. We can give you our conversation guide in the message pod with some example messages. Don't overthink it. How would you talk to your friends and family, inviting them to join you? That's what we want you to focus on, especially in your first month.
So your social media, like we talked about, we're going to do an entire training call just on social media. We'll talk about how to take pictures, how to post, how to do stories, all the things. But just so that you can kind of just get practicing, just get your feet wet this week as you're going by just sharing, just popping on. You don't need to do a workout video. You don't need to do anything like that. Just popping on and talking simply like this and just saying, hey, I started this. I'm super pumped. Here's why. Here's what I'm liking about it. And then just every day a little bit more. I just finished my workout. Here's what I liked about the workout. Here's what was hard. Here's a meal I'm eating. Just keep it super simple, and know this on stories, it disappears after 24 hours. So even if you get it up there and you feel like a total clown, who cares? It's gone from the entire universe in 24 hours, and nobody will ever remember it ever existed. So this is a great time to practice, and stories is a great platform to practice on, because it will start to engage people. People will start to trickle in, start to view your stories, and it's a great place to just practice and see what works, what feels authentic, what doesn't. And then as we go through our training, you're going to learn more and more and more. But on your initial coming out post, which you should have gotten a link to create that, you're coming out saying, I'm a coach, this is what I'm doing, I'm really excited. Every person who liked it and commented on it, send them that message. Thank you so much for the support on my post. I'm super nervous about this journey, but I'm more so very excited. I would love for you to be part of my very first group. Is it something that you're open to? A very short, simple message, something that's genuine and authentic, and just saying thank you. Your support means the world to me is really all you need to do. Don't overthink it. And also know, we'll put the VIP social media link, we'll put that in this chat group for you guys that are in Zoom. And then we'll also put it in our message pod so that you have it. It's a link to all examples from some coaches that are on Team VIP, giving you an idea of what to post. So if you're like, I want to get started on posting, but I'm totally lost, it's like a bingo board. It has different examples, post about a recipe, post about a healthy lifestyle, post about a workout. And then there's a link to specific examples from coaches on our team that you can use to work off of, just to get the wheels turning, get your mind spinning, recreate it in a way that sounds authentic to you and how you would speak, but use the concept of the post so that you don't feel like you're starting from ground zero.
We will put that link in the message pod too, so don't worry about it. Okay, next thing we want to talk about is personal development. So I just talked, can you hear my kids downstairs? Crazy chaos. Okay, so if you're a busy mom, just know, Shane, I got you, we'll make it happen. But personal development, so I just talked about mindset and how important that is. Same thing with personal development, that is feeding our mind. So while you're going to be working on your fitness, you're going to be doing your nutrition, it's important that we're filling our mind and working on that like a muscle every single day. The first two books that we always recommend you start with are Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. It's a very short book. You could probably read it in a couple days or even an evening. It just kind of gives you an overview of how this business works. It's really great. It was the first book I read as a brand new coach, and it really, really helped me. And then the next thing we want you to read is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It is a great book. I love it. Hold on, let me mute some people. Oops. Can y'all hear me? Or did I mute myself? Okay. It is a great book. Highly, highly recommend it. It'll help you with the mindset piece, the belief, or anything that you need to get started, especially in this business. We also have Beachbody puts on, as a company, national wake-up calls every single Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is on the Team Beachbody 411 Facebook page. You can go to that page, like it, and that will pop up for you. It is also on our Team Beachbody podcast. I can't always listen live at 10 a.m. because it's downstairs. So what I like to do is listen to the recording of the podcast that's listed every single Monday. And then also, obviously, you're popping into these calls Wednesday at noon, and we also have our big Team VIP calls every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is a place for us to connect. We share what's coming up. We share best practices. We share training. It is a great way to get plugged in. Don't worry. We will remind you about that so that you don't forget. But again, personal development, grab those two books if you haven't already and get plugged into our Beachbody community and our team.
Okay, so here's an example of what you'll be doing every day. And next Wednesday, we will be physically walking through this document. And what this is a business activity tracker. So this is something that you can print off. Again, we'll post this link for you in the coach pod, but this is something you can print off and use each week to make sure that you're hitting the targets that you want to hit. And it's simple things, being proof that the product works, but you actually doing it. This is not a business where we're selling snake oil or we're selling vacuums. If you're not using it, you can't ask someone else to use it. You've got to really, truly believe in what you're doing and be doing it yourself as well. And then this takes you through talking to new people and working on your network. The biggest thing with this is a lot of it is built through social media. You can definitely do a lot in person as well, but the bulk of your business has the opportunity to be online. And during this time more than ever, that's super valuable and super important. But you've got to be growing that network every single day. The first month, 2, maybe even 3 months of your business, most of the people joining you are going to be people you already know, like, and trust. But a year from now, 2 years from now, most of the people that you sign up will be people that you've only met through social media, which is a really incredible experience. And you want to start working on that now. You want to start building that funnel now. So you're constantly adding to your network, meeting new people, pulling people into your community, because you're never going to reach out to some random person who you've never had a conversation with or who has never engaged with your stories and posts and say, hey, you should join me. We are not the spammy kind of business. We do not do that. You're pulling people into your community, and then you're serving that community through what you offer on social media, all things we're going to teach you how to do. And then those people become your future customers, clients, and coaches on your team. This tracker will help you to make sure, am I staying on board with what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I contributing to my challenge group? Am I stepping up? This will help you keep track of what you're doing. Again, don't overstress about it this week. We're just kind of giving you a glimpse of what's to come, what we're going to be working through, and what we're going to be training on over the next couple of weeks. Don't get overwhelmed by this just yet. Also know, use this as a place to track the people that you're talking to. On the back of this sheet, there's just lines. So everybody that you reach out and send a message to, if you didn't do it yesterday and Tuesday, start today. Send out at least 5 messages today. But if you can send out more, get more out, and write those people down so that you know, when did I talk to them? I sent them a message on July 1st, so that we know, when should I follow up with them? When should I circle back? And if you need help signing up, you can, star the people that sign up. It's just a way to start keeping track of people in your business, and then tracking your weekly business results. Our business in the Beachbody world goes from Thursday to Wednesday. That's how our weeks run. So you will see every Thursday we're shouting out rank recognition advancements. We're shouting out paydays, because Thursdays are the start of a new week. It's the day that everybody gets paid. So if you haven't set up your direct deposit, make sure you get that done, because that's where your paycheck is going to drop into. What you see tomorrow in your earnings, and most of us are going to see nothing because we've just started today. What you see tomorrow will be paid into your bank account next Thursday. What rank you are on Wednesday. So most of us in here right now are a coach, and that is fantastic. When you add your first 2 coaches, which is a big goal we're going to talk about next, when you add your first 2 coaches, whether they're your VIP customers or they want to work the business like you, you're going to become an Emerald coach. If you are Emerald by this time next Wednesday, next Thursday, you're going to wake up as an Emerald coach. So our weeks run Thursday to Wednesday. And down here, you can track, how am I doing? What, do I have new followers on Instagram or Facebook? Have I added new people to my network? Do I have people that have signed up? Have I signed up any new coaches? What are my Success Club points? Success Club points are just points that you are given from Beachbody every time you sign up a new coach or customer the same exact way that you signed up. So they get a challenge pack. Every time you do a challenge pack, you get 2 points. Your goal for this month is to get at least 6 points, or help 3 to 5 new people get started.
All right, so she's going into the first week of goals. That's what we want you to do. Focus on helping 3 new people get started this month with a total solution with the fitness and nutrition. Now, I'll tell you, sometimes people are already doing their fitness and they're great, but they need help with the nutrition. Shakeology and Home Direct is also equal 2 points. So just know that as well. We also want you to get in the habit of looking at that business activity tracker. Like we said, we'll go more diving into it next Wednesday, but print it off. Start checking off the things that you can do. You can kind of work through it. It's very helpful to look and see. And then we'll go further into it next week. And then our next goals is to go Emerald. And all that means is you have signed up 2 coaches. They can be 2 coaches who are like, hey, I'd love to do this business with you, right? If you have a girlfriend that wants to do this with you, awesome. Let's do it together. We'll help train them together. You don't have to know it all. We'll do it together. Or they could just be 2 people who want to sign up for what we call our VIP affiliate coach option. So when I first signed up as a coach, my first 2 coaches were my mom and Jessica, right? My mom has never been an active coach, but she suffers from a lot of autoimmune disorders, and Shakeology has helped her pain levels so much in her inflammation. So she loves Shakeology. She swears by it. Of course, I'm going to be supportive of you. And yes, of course, who doesn't want a discount? Okay. So I signed my mom up, and then I signed up my best friend, Jessica, and boom, I was Emerald. And what that does for you is that's really the part where your business actually opens up. Because now, when you first, as a coach, you start earning through retail commission. Anytime a customer signs up through you, orders through your website that Beachbody gives you, boom, you get commission. When you become an Emerald, that opens you up to our volume that we are all creating as a team. And that's where you can start earning team cycle bonuses, that passive income. But until you're Emerald, every Thursday, that volume that's accruing underneath you through our team kind of flushes out. When you become Emerald, that volume stays. So it's like putting money in the bank that you're going to be able to cash in on later. I will tell you, I wish my first 2 coaches had been my husband and my best friend, because I did not understand the value. And we'll go into this. I'm not going to go into too far today, but I will tell you my biggest mistake in Beachbody is not signing up my husband earlier. My husband, as we grow through this business, I've built his account. He earns, I don't know, $250 to $350 a week in passive income from how I've built him. But had I signed him up earlier, he would be making about $1,000 a week. Okay. So I can't even say that without cringing. So I would encourage you, if you have a spouse or a controlled account, maybe it is a mom, maybe it is a sister, I would encourage you to ask them, hey, would you be able to support me in my new business? It will help me get my first rank. What do you think? If you have questions on that, we can go through that with you more in the message pod or one-on-one with your coach. But our goal right now is to get you to Emerald. That's, again, helping two people, whether they're going to be a coach that wants to run the business with you or just two VIP customers that are excited to support you, that want the discount, and can be your first members in your challenge group, and you can use them as testimonials, right? If you can plug into your group, help them get great results, and they can be a testimonial for you, that is huge. All right. What else? All right, so this is where you can access the slides. If you want to go back to the slides, you are more than welcome to. But again, you have our message pod where we can answer any questions for you. But now we just wanted to quickly open it up and ask if you had any questions.
Question.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
Good.
I am like beyond excited that I'm talking to you, and I'm happy to be surrounded by all these beautiful, awesome women. I'm beyond excited. But my question is, if I need to stock back up on Shakeology, I want to, anything that I need to buy for myself, do I get any PV from that, or any income, or it's just
Yes,
from?
if you need to get Shakeology, you will get it at the 25% off, and that counts as your personal volume. So personal volume is anything that you personally purchase for yourself or customers purchase through you. So in order to be active coach, you have to have 50 PV a month. If you're on Shakeology or you're doing Energize or your collagen or beach bars or whatever, all that's counting towards your active requirement. But yeah, order through your account, you'll get the discount, and you'll get the PV needed to be an active account. Yeah, good question. Any other questions? I know it's a lot of information, and you might end this call and be like, oh, I should have asked, but that's why we have our message pod for you. So as questions arise, plug them in there. We can all grow and learn from each other. And as we answer the questions, you'll be learning as well. Cool? Anything else, Jess?
Okay, so top priorities. To recap, if you got nothing from the call and you don't remember anything, here's what we want you to focus on. Today is the 1st. Between now and July 6th, this is your goal. Get 3 to 5 people to jump in our first challenge group, which Raquel and I will run for you. You're going to pop in, you're going to participate, and you're going to go all in for yourself. And we also want you to have 3 to 5 people to do it alongside of you. We'll run the content, we'll make the posts. All you have to do is show up and then have your people. You can even put your clients and coaches that start, put them in a message thread just for accountability for workouts and all of that, just so you can kind of keep up with them, but you'll pop them into our bod group. You are more than welcome to run it on your own. However, unless you feel really comfortable doing so, let us take care of that hard work and you just be a rock star participant. So that example message, send it out to everyone and anyone you can think of. I'm talking the more the merrier. Sometimes it takes 50 people to get 3 people to commit, and that is okay, because every person you talk to, whether they say yes or no, is a seed planted. I cannot tell you how many times I have people I've invited that take months or years to come back on board, and that is okay. Brooke, I'm looking right at you because you are one of those people. That's okay. Every person you talk to is a seed planted. So between now and the 6th, we're going to pop in the link. We're giving you like 12 links in the pod, so please brace yourself. But this is going to be your challenge group option. So every month, your best options to give your people changes. So we will give you the link. It's called the VIP Fit Crew PDF link. When you have that link and you have someone saying, yes, I'm interested, here are the best package options for you to look at, you send them that link between now and the 6th. The 6th is the last day to sign up in order for their stuff to come in on time to start day 1 on the 13th. We will plug the people into the group and we'll give you a message that you can send. So when they order, here's an email that you can send them while we wait, which will include the 4-day post-holiday detox. So you'll have all access to all of that. They will jump into the group July 9th. So last day to order, July 6th. They'll be plugged into prep week on July 9th. Thursday, July 9th. Day 1 is July 13th. So I don't want you to think about anything, try to overtrain yourself, try to read through anything until you have 3 people at minimum to get in that group starting July 13th. Sound good? Okay, perfect. So keep Keep our blinders on. That's our focus. Anytime you run into hiccups, put it in the coach pod. That's what we're here for. But super excited. First training call down.
Bye, y'all. Have a great
Okay, bye, y'all.